Jordy, a huge game this Saturday against Jersey. How excited are we to get over there this weekend?
Yeah, guys are ready to go. Obviously lost them in the first round of the cup game against them, so obviously looking to make amends for that, and if we can get the W, then that can push us to the top of our group and put us in good stead for the rest of the cup.
Yeah, we've got some form back in the last few weeks, 3 wins in a row. I wouldn't say they were exactly kind of spectacular performances, but can we kind of build on them from here, do you think?
Yeah, it's sort of nice to see us, although you said it wasn't spectacular, but nice to see us grind out a few wins and sharpen up our D. We're sort of winning a few high-scoring games earlier in the season and in the league season, but now we're sort of tightened up our D as well, and I think it's good to be able to grind out a win, even if our attack's not clicking quite as well. But to beat these guys, we'll need to put them both together. So hopefully we can bring that on the weekend.
Yep, just looking back at the London Scottish game on Saturday, quite a defensive focus, managed to kind of hold them out quite a lot. Was that probably the biggest positive from that game, do you think?
Yeah, our scramble D was good in the second half. Or first and second half, but particularly second half at the end, they were putting a bit of pressure on our line. I think obviously with the new rules, new tackle laws, guys are still adapting to that with the high tackle, quite a few penalties going for that, and I think that's sort of just maybe making people a bit hesitant around the contact zone. Yeah, still people adjusting to that throughout the cup, but yeah, it was a big focus on the weekend. I think we did what we wanted to do.
Yeah, mentioned about the defensive focus. In attack, we'll be perhaps looking for a bit more tempo this weekend, do you think?
Yeah, we like to play at pace against Jersey. They obviously got a big pack. If we can sort of set a fast pace and try to play with a tempo that they can't quite keep with and move their big boys around, I think that will be beneficial for us and hopefully tire them out, and we can maybe come over the top of them in the back 20.
Yep, in terms of Jersey, they're obviously in fantastic form at the moment. Potentially the toughest test so far this season, do you think?
Yeah, I'd say so. Going away to Jersey, playing them at the home ground, I'd say they're the form team in the comp at the moment. Obviously got their tails up and playing some really good rugby, so I think it'd be a big scalp if we can get this one, and good to keep the momentum going in for the rest of the cup, and we play them again in a final league game, so it'll be good to go into that with a win. Yeah,
what can we learn from the match against them in round one? It kind of seemed that we were kind of architects of our own downfall a little bit in that game. A couple of kind of soft tries conceded, and if you cut those out, then it may well have ended up being a pretty difficult result. Different result, sorry.
Yeah, I think they got a couple of more tries. So obviously our discipline needs to be on song. We can't let them give them soft penalties, and then once they put it into the corner 5-10 metres out there, they're a tough team to stop. So they got a great maul set up, so obviously our discipline needs to be sharp, and yeah, just in our attack, just keep it tight. Don't want them getting on some loose pill, or they've picked up a few intercepts throughout the cup, so obviously just try to keep that tight.
It can be often quite tricky conditions over there. I don't think the forecast's great either. Will we have to kind of play accordingly, do you think?
Yeah, obviously we'll just have to see what it is on the day. If it's windy, obviously tighten it up a bit, or wet. I mean, I haven't played there before, so I'm not really too sure. But I have heard it can be a bit of a mixed bag when you get there.
Personally for yourself, you've been back in the side for the last few weeks. Enjoying your rugby at the moment?
Yeah, loving it. It's been really great. Nice getting the winning feeling back in the camp as well. I think we've really laid a platform for us to be building off. And I think we have been playing some pretty good rugby of late, especially on the defensive side as well of the ball, which is good to see.
Yeah, you'll be in the back row with Murph and Rain Smith on Saturday. Quite a nice dynamic across the three of you. Do you enjoy playing with them?
Yeah, I think any mix we've got in the back row at the moment, we seem to be going pretty well. But yeah, obviously whoever's picked, they all stand in and do the job, and I think with the three of us there's a nice balance as well with the line out and around the park. Got some good impact from Drew off the bench as well. He's a big lad who can carry hard, so it'd be good to see him come on and do some damage as well.
Yep, Jersey are always pretty renowned for having a big pack. As forwards, are you prepared for a pretty physical battle on Saturday?
Yeah, I think we know after last time we played them, like we saw, they're very set piece dominant, and they did get over the top of us there, so we owe them one this weekend, and I think we've got the cattle to do it, so, and a bit of size, so we'll have to bring a bit of fire there and shut them down up front.
Yeah, chance for us to go top of the pool, give ourselves a shot at a home quarter final if we are to get the win. How big an incentive is that for us going ahead?
Yeah, definitely. I think that's getting the home quarter final and not having to travels. I mean, that's a no-brainer. That's going to help us out for the later part of the cup. So, yeah, big incentive. Want to get the win, keep the ball rolling, and finish off the pool games of cups on a high.